Our final goal type is the once goal. A once goal will only show up the first time the student practices that week. After that, the student won't see the goal again, but you, the teacher, will still be prompted to evaluate the goal next week, just like any other goal. This makes sense for goals such as having the student do music theory homework, or in this case, write measure numbers into the piece. This way, the student isn't hassled to practice such goals every day when they were already completed on a previous day. And as you see here, once goals have no customizable options. Now, I know what some of you teachers might be thinking. Designating a goal a once goal seems a little dangerous because we have so many students who procrastinate as it is. If they're only asked to do their theory once a week, wouldn't it get worse? But actually, I found the opposite to be true. Sure, there might be an adjustment period of 1 or 2 weeks where the student skips over the goal thinking they'll do it later, then MetaPractice never reminds them again. But the student will quickly learn that they simply cannot skip doing their theory or other once goals. They will learn to place more urgency on these goals, not less. It's also pedagogically better for students to do theory on the day of or the day after their lesson. No school teacher assigns math homework and tells students to wait 5 days before doing it, because that makes students more prone to forgetting what was taught in their lesson. With MetaPractice, students will do their theory homework when various new concepts are still fresh in their mind. Before we save and move on, notice that goals can be assigned without specifying a goal type. Having no goal type means the student will not be prompted to do any specific repetition for the goal. The student will simply be asked to practice the goal and tap a continue button when they're done. For example, maybe you tell the student to speed up or memorize a piece. These kinds of goals might need lots of repetition in specific spots, or they may require playing through the whole piece once or twice, or a combination of all of that. So giving the student freedom to decide how to practice those goals makes the most sense. Saving and moving on, now we see the once goal indication. MetaPractice allows you to reorder goals if you tap and drag them around, and these goals definitely need to be reordered. This spot goal comes before the middle section, referred to by the spread goal. So it makes sense for the spot goal to go before the spread goal. And finally, I'm going to put the once goal first because I want this student to number the measures first so that the student can more easily find measure numbers when practicing other goals. As for the universal goal, I'm fine with it being last since it's going to be paired up with other goals anyway. One last thing in this video, if we go to the options button at the top of the screen, notice the option automatic once goals. It says a newly added goal to a category or subcategory containing the word theory will automatically be designated a once goal. This is a very handy option because when we music teachers assign something with the word theory in it, it really is virtually always written homework. Some teachers may want to disable this, but I've found this to be extremely helpful since I don't always remember to specify written homework as once goals, which is annoying for students. And on those rare occasions when you might want to assign daily practice for something in a theory category, you can just edit the goal options and redesignate the goal type as none.